Okay, I'm
And
ready.
we're live.
Okay, then. All right. So, welcome to our videos today. It's actually morning we're at. So this morning, and today we're going to look at a house located in the city or town of Sharon, Pennsylvania, and the address is 655 Newcastle Avenue. For those that want to follow along, this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. We don't have the square footage. We do have the lot size. It's 4,792 square feet, which I think comes in at a little less than a tenth of an acre, so not a very large yard. We've got 26 photos on the Realtor.com website where it's listed for sale, and Tagg's going to take over and introduce the house to us. We're going to take a look at these photos and see what we. Well, this is a house review, and it's what we do. To you, Tagg.
Thank you. This is a nice looking house for $34,000.
Definitely.
Yeah. The neighborhood looks promising too. I gotta say the homes Virginia and Pennsylvania that we've been looking at a lot of are just really unique and different. They're not all cookie cutters of the same thing. So anyway, moving on. I like the way the outside of this house looks. Looks like it has a good solid foundation. Nice porch. It's covered. You still get plenty of sunlight in there. The tree is not too close to the house, providing additional shade. One thing that I would do is replace this front door and the screen door to blend in with the house a little more, just have it that curb appeal. You have a blank canvas in the front yard to add some greenery, flowers, gardens, vegetables, herbs in the front here to bring balance to the outside appearance. Look at all this lush grass. That's the other thing I like about this area here is that the grass is so carpet-like, like you could lay down on it without getting all kind of triggers and stickers and all the other stuff that comes with hard grass, thick blade. The siding looks like it needs to be, well, 34,000. It's going to need work.
It's going to need some work.
But this is doable. You can definitely buy this house at a cash value, or personal loan, or savings, whatever your means are. You wouldn't typically get a loan for $34,000, a home loan for $34,000, but you can pay for this outright and not be stuck under a heavy mortgage payment, especially the way how the economy is fluctuating. So finding affordable housing is out there. I'm liking the way how this looks, even in the back. I would take this down and get a standalone unit shed, yes, and
Workshop.
just finish this
Yeah,
workshop or finish this porch out. Yeah.
I'm curious what purpose it serves, but it is kind of unattractive to the back of the house. So yeah, removing that, and I 100% agree with you there. And then just creating a new one and with the proper spacing. Looks like you got a pretty deep lot, so it looks like there's a lot of space in the backyard. Anyway, back to you. Sorry to have interrupted.
Yeah, you got some clear ground here. Just clean it up and have raised flower beds. When I see patches like this, this lets me know that, the ground needs some tending to. One of the things that I look for in a home is how the yard looks, sun exposure, water access, healthy soil. So the soil might not be it might not be healthy in this area here. However, you can have a raised flower bed or go ahead and just plant some seeds so it has the microbes in there to, become healthy for growing fruits and vegetables. Boy, this is really nice. So anyway, the next picture looks like it's an interior picture. This looks a nice size foyer, but you know me, I like to jump over to the kitchen, and I don't see a section of the kitchen, so we'll take a look at the bathroom. This is only one bathroom. It definitely needs to be worked on, renovated, upgraded. I would be caution of mold, but $34,000, I mean, you can renovate this whole house at a reasonable cost to create the dream house that you're looking for. Yeah, so the tub looks a little shallow. However, if you're a shower person, this might be right up your alley. But I would want something a little bit deeper. I like the fact that the bathroom has a window in it. This is the only picture that we have of the bathroom so far. So we can't really see what else is going on here. Do you have any comments about this?
No, I would definitely want to get in there and take a look at some stuff. I'm assuming that black box you can see underneath the window is a surface mounted electrical outlet that's there for some reason, somehow, some way. And if in fact it's that, I'd want to, put that in the wall. So I'd probably, I'd probably pull down that whole wall, and because something's going on behind the toilet as well. And I'd want to um, see what that is, and just get a nice smooth wall with the electric in the wall, the way most electric commonly is. And that's just, something I would do. I think I mentioned before on a recent video that we had a shallow tub in that house too. And I 100% agree with you, Tagg. You need a tub that you can put enough water in it to have a nice soak. Sometimes those old bones or muscles really appreciate that. So I like to be able to do that. And that's where I go with this. I think you'll be able to do it with what you're spending. So back to you for more.
Okay. All right. Looking at the more photos. This is an odd angle to really tell how large this room is. Do we have a floor plan? Nope. But the staircasing is, it's nice. I mean, this is really solid, original wood. This reminds me of the staircase that my grandmother had in her home with this little landing place. Yeah. I would go ahead and create a built-in bookcase here just to have more room for storage. I like to use every ounce of space I could possibly have to relieve the clutter. So this looks like it steps off into maybe a family room or a living area. Back here, maybe a dining room. It has bay windows. And this hallway is probably leading to a bedroom or a kitchen. But the carpet would have to go. I bet you there's some really nice hardwood floors under there.
Does seem like it.
Okay, so this is the room that's right off of the front foyer. And what a nice room it is. Uh, maybe we'll
Like,
have another angle of the room. But if this is leading off into another family room or a dining room, I would want to create a wider opening. Um, this wall isn't really, with the door here, it's not like you can put a TV on this wall or maybe possibly a bookcase, so I would just maximize the space and make this wider or put a double door, um, uh, a double door that I can, or even pocket doors. The wall should be wide enough to put a pocket door in here, a double pocket door, so it can open up on both sides, just in case I would want to close off this room. Any comments?
no, I think the pocket door idea is a good one. I've already said that I like the window in this room. It's nice. It doesn't look like it'd take a whole lot to, make it livable for me. Um, so that's what I've got to say about the room.
Yeah, you got some really nice natural lighting in here for plants and whatnot. Craft room, you can see very well. Okay, so this is a great angle of this room. I would probably add electric on this wall here if there isn't any. I really don't see any electric from the photograph, but this would be an accent wall,
Okay.
and this is just wide enough to place a entertainment center or TV or whatever right there. It's out of the way. You don't have your couch, the back of your couch against the entry. You can either have it on this wall or in front of the window. Yeah. So, okay, this is leading into what could be a dining room, um, or another living space, just depend on your lifestyle. Kitchen may be big enough to eat in, but these bay windows here, that adds a nice feature. But still, you have lots of sunlight, natural lighting. Turn
Beautiful.
that electric, yeah, turn that electric off so it can save you with your electric
Look,
bill. And here's another angle. Any comments before I move on?
no, I already said I like that bay window, I believe. If not, I was thinking it. I thought really loudly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just basically clean up for this room. Hopefully, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully, there's no
Yeah.
leaking going on with the window, but because it's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. We can't really tell if these are original windows or not. But that would be one of the things that I would replace is the windows, just to conserve energy. Check out that HVAC system. I'm seeing a floor heating there, floorboard heating. Okay, so the kitchen is um,
Present.
spacious enough to have it eat in. But you know what? If this room is right off of the kitchen, I would think of creating an open space. That way I can utilize this whole entire corner as more cabinetry and countertop space,
Yeah.
maybe even a pantry if the kitchen doesn't have it. You can have
Yeah.
a kitchen island here, relocate this vent and have a kitchen island here that is also a table, more pantry. more storage under the kitchen island. Even move the stove to this area. 34,000. You can do it in this home. You need a new stove anyway. Create the environment that you want with this home that's so affordably priced. But
Yep.
this is nice. I think I would move the sink under the window. Yeah. So far, what do you think?
Well, we definitely have to pull out everything to do what we would want to do. I think what I'd have to do is the same as you. I'd have to move the sink over, assuming we can do that. Assuming we don't have a concrete foundation, because I wouldn't want the expense of relocating the supply lines for the sink and the drain. But that's what I'd like to be able to do. Be able to have the view from when you're at the sink, and then just probably put new base cabinets in. I'm not a big fan of the fur down kind of approach to the upper cabinets, so I'd pull down these upper cabinets. I would once I got the bases the way that I want them, then I would put new cabinets up with different heights of them, and they would go all the way to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I would need to do a wall thing, an island, but I'd have to see, once I got this part done. Basically, I'd be working from an L. Or maybe not, because what I'm seeing on that wall on the right, besides the fact that there's this white kind of picture frame part to the wall, down on the floor, it kind of looks like there's the kind of electric plug-in that you would connect your stove to. So maybe they had their stove on that wall before. And if
Mm-hmm.
so, maybe the refrigerator is where the base cabinet ends on the left side and the upper cabinet. I don't know. But when I would get done with it, it would be pretty much wildly different from what is now. I might end up with a galley setup. I'm not sure. But it would be a redo.
Oh, yeah,
So that's all.
definitely. One of the things that kind of is sticking in my mind after seeing this door,
Uh-huh.
I think I would make this wider so it walks out on the patio or create another window here.
Yeah.
I just like that open feeling. I would be a little claustrophobic with a galley kitchen in here.
I could see that. Yeah. That would probably work well.
Yeah. So here we are approaching the bedrooms upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not much I have to say about this room, this hallway. Of course, $34,000. I mean, you got to do your due diligence and make sure that you get a new roof so you can do any type of ceiling repairs without any water leaking in, destroying everything that you've put in brand new. And definitely check out this banister here. You want that to be nice and sturdy. I would probably relocate this electric, have it in the wall. That's a great angle. Yeah, this is a great angle. There's not much there's not much to say about this. I mean, it's obvious that there needs to be repairs.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that you don't have to start from scratch with the tear down, unless you really wanted to. But this is a nice home with good bones. Yeah, look at that. There's probably some really nice original hardwood floor under here.
I think you may be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love the doors.
Love the doors.
Nice and solid. I just don't make that anymore. Okay, so here's another bedroom, I think, because this one only has, I can only tell that there's
It's a 3-bedroom house.
one window. Okay, but the closet is still green, so this just looks like a different angle of the same room.
Do you mind going back up again so we can see inside the closet again? Okay, I can't tell it, but it's possible they're not the same green closet.
Yeah, I'm seeing the shelving is different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does look like there's a different arrangement. So anyway, not that it's a big deal, but I think don't think I'd be keeping a green closet in my bedrooms. But anyway,
I agree. I would want a solid color, white. You know, it's only you can see better in dark spaces with
yeah,
white.
absolutely.
Um, so here's another room. It's still a nice size. Maybe we'll have a different angle of the same room. Yep, nice size. All you're doing is sleeping in here, so it doesn't have to be too big.
Yeah, I think this is the 3rd bedroom. I think that's a 3rd closet there.
Okay, so here's another bedroom. Okay, good news. It's not pier and beam. I mean, it's not found. It's not on a slab, so you have a basement. So plumbing would be easy to replace and modify.
Reroute that for the kitchen changes you want to make.
Yeah, I would
Definitely.
definitely finish this basement out.
It's a possibility we may need to do some
Yeah.
moisture mitigation. Might have to dig up,
Mhm.
on the outside and do some waterproofing repair to the basement wall,
Yeah.
and that's going to
Right.
be a significant cost. So maybe that's got a little to do with the pricing for it.
Right. Right. But if your home is paid for, yeah, it just makes it worthwhile to go ahead and finish out this basement, um, because you won't have a huge mortgage payment. You can actually put money into the property, and it's always a good selling feature if you go to resell
Oh yeah, you'll end
or
up
keep
with
it
some
as your forever home.
sweat equity, as we like
Sweat
to say.
equity. Yeah. I mean, with the way how the world is now, you can pretty, we have the internet. You can, if you work from home, this is great. Um, you can start your own business and be able to work from home, and still be connected to the outside world in other countries and things like that. So finish out the space, make it yours. You can live anywhere and work connected to the world. So that's nice. That's inspiring.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So these homes that are priced 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, um, you can live anywhere. It's affordable. You might not have your family there, perhaps. However, that's vacations, and you know, um, invite them over. Let them see your space and how you live and what your world is like. There's going to be a lot of work here, a lot of work that is needed. But it'll be practically brand new, a brand new home after you get done
Yeah.
without a $5,000 mortgage, 3,000. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so
Taxes.
anything you would like, I'm sorry.
I know you're getting ready to hand it off to me. I apologize for interrupting you trying to do that. I was just going to say your taxes probably would not be too awful high either. You know, your annual real estate taxes probably would not. Um, but this, I'm thinking there's not a certainty the roof needs to be replaced based on the one part of the ceiling we saw that had damage on it. But I think you should prepare yourself for that possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what we saw of electric in various places in the house, I think we'd want to rewire the house. We probably would need to fill up some more of those empty and unused spaces on that panel, or we'd have to put a new panel in. We'd have to talk with our local electrician and see what's recommended. Um, Actually, I can't really think of anything else. I'd already mentioned about the possibility it needs some waterproofing for the basement. Rewiring is a possibility. The roof is a possibility. Hopefully, you wouldn't be in too bad a shape with the plumbing, so that your expenses could be limited to those things that we covered. But it's a great place for the money, I believe. I think it's got a lot of character, and I would definitely seriously consider doing this myself personally, which I don't say for every one of these houses, as Tagg can tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But in this case, I would want to address the bigger items first, like the basement, followed by the electric, followed by the HVAC, followed by the plumbing, followed by the kitchen, the bathroom. Those are things that I would get started with first,
Yeah, and I
because
think
those are going to be
I think
bigger.
there's a high likelihood you want to know that your roof is good before you kicked off the majority of that. You
Of
definitely,
course, because that affects your insurance if if you don't have a new roof.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of government guaranteed type loans will require you to have a good roof, and a lot of times when houses are priced like this, the roof is a strong possibility that it requires replacing. So just putting that out there. We don't know if it's the case in this house, but it's what we've seen in houses we've looked at to purchase for ourselves in the past. And of course, this house could be. I'm getting tongue
Hmm.
tied here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you understand what I'm trying to say. And back to you, Tagg.
Well, looking at the neighborhood, it is definitely an older neighborhood. However, if you have the money, you can create a whole new neighborhood. It really only takes one person to start a movement. And look at all this space around you. You have another full lot here that you can create a homestead uh, by purchasing this lot here and extending your um, your reach. I mean,
It's a good idea.
yeah, you can buy this across the street and create a storefront. you know, this right here on the corner, this could be a community garden. You know, you can purchase this home over here and create a something else. There's so much opportunity out here in this area to create something that you're just going to love and grow and encourage the people around you to do the same thing by them just watching you. So I really like this. I'm going to go over to the maps and see the lot. So it's a really deep lot, and you have all this space. All this space. If you need family around you, you can definitely use that lot on the side of you to build another home and put mom and dad in there, or grandma, or cousin, whoever, best friend. But yeah, this is nice. Got church nearby. Is there anything you'd like to add while we're
Well, there
getting
are a
ready to
couple
wrap
of
up
things
here?
that I usually do at the beginning of our videos, and I sort of forgot them today. So if you're new to the channel, I'd like you to know that my name is Roger, and I'm here with Tagg. And the purpose of our YouTube channel is to help people with finding homes that are affordable housing solutions. And for everyday people, that's actually the name of our channel. But we believe that there are homes that you can find and purchase and fix up with your own sweat equity and a big vision, as Tagg has described it as, and using that sweat equity and your vision to create a dream home that puts a dream home totally within your reach, with your using your creativity and your efforts. It's just a DIY away. So thanks for being here. We appreciate you taking the time to watch what we're doing. And back to you, Tagg, to close us out, if you would.
Okay. Well, since I really don't have much to say, Roger pretty much said it all. If
Uh-oh.
you like the video, please like and subscribe. Stay in the loop. If you have a property you'd like to share, we'd love to help you spread the word. Your dream home is just a DIY away. So at the end of the day, it's all about people helping people. And we will see you next video.